Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion. We're here standing in the rain outside of Summit Mist Manor, the site of a tragic massacre in which 5 individuals were brutally slaughtered in that home. It's going to become a haunted house pretty soon, I'm sure. No idea who did it. Yeah. It could have been a ghost, it could have been the work of the gods. It could have been anything, really. Certainly not little old Varnus, though. He would never hurt anybody. It was probably... I don't know if I role-played it particularly well. I've been feeling a little low on energy of late. Probably due to the fact that summer vacation is ending and I'm sad. But it is what it is, really. Gotta get back to work soon. But I think Varnus would have been a bit of a challenge for him killing some of them. That's why he started with Nels first, because Nels felt like somebody he could really sympathize with. The night elf, the dark elf girl too, not night elf. The dark elf girl too, I feel like he probably sympathized with as well. But on top of everything, Nels and Neville were definitely the two strongest of the group in terms of like physical prowess that he needed to be worried about. So I think he did well, and obviously the Night Mother commanded it, and he does not refuse the Night Mother anything, because he loves the Night Mother, and why wouldn't he? Okay, so right, we're gonna change into our armor here. It is nighttime, so we can do that. All right, and we're heading back to the sanctuary, and I'm not really sure what else we can do. What are we gonna do this episode? We've already got our house. I guess we could work on getting an actual... what time is it? Okay, let's go ahead and take the gloves off. I didn't know it was that early. I don't think we're vampires. We're in vampire territory. Sun territory. You know, words. You know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna take damage from the sun, right? No. Nope, we good. Alright, and we're nowhere close to level 20 yet, right? We're still 18, right? Oh no, we are level 19. We're halfway to 20. So maybe if we train on our way as we travel, maybe we'll get to 20. And that will open up quite a few things for us. Oh, don't want to spam it though. We are gonna go ahead and... No, don't do that. Gonna work on all of our spells here.
Pay up, or else.
Didn't I already pay you? Yeah, here.
You're smart.
Yeah, have some more. Oh, that's my scamp. I was like, why is there a scamp following us? There's a very logical reason why there'd be a scamp following us. Ow. Go ahead and take him down. Take him down. There we go. One down. I'm gonna go ahead and get my arrows back too while I'm sitting here. Thank you. This guy's getting really close. I don't like that. There we go. Punch his lights out. Okay, let's keep moving. Let me summon that. Yeah, so we're working on our mysticism, our conjuration, and our alteration, which are our three spells. We could pull out the shield too for added alteration training, but I think just the 3 of these would be all right. We do need to find a better conjuration spell though. Ah, conjuration up, nice. Exactly what we're after. Now the problem is alteration. The feather spell takes forever, or it lasts forever, rather. But once we get to water, it won't be too big of a deal. Because we'll be casting that spell. What? It's not popping up on my bar. It's weird that it does that sometimes. They just don't appear. I guess we'll just wait until I turn around and he's no longer there. Although he's kind of slow. Slow scamp. Good morning. Feel lighter knowing that I've killed one of those bastards recently. At least feels good to kill one of them. What level is our mysticism? Our mysticism is really high, right? Yeah, it's 77. A while to go for that. Conjuration gets done pretty quickly, which is nice. I suppose we could be hopping around too. Maybe we need to jump off some areas. What do you guys think about like jumping to get my acrobatics up? Is that a little too immersion breaking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. The game doesn't apparently like me doing that. So we won't. Yeah, I know I've said it before, but that's when I was a kid. That's always what I would do. I'd pick athletics. I'd pick and acrobatics, and I would just jump everywhere and get my levels that way. That's what you call in the gaming community, gaming the system. Yep, gaming the system. God, I'm old. Sure, that's what people say still to this day, huh? I don't even know if people ever said it, to be honest. Is there a board down there? Yeah, there is. I might as well work on my marksmanship. Who else is looking at me? Oh, it's you. It's you. And give me my arrow back. Oh, thank you very much. Alright, conjuration up to 53. Could we get pretty decent conjuration levels there? Oh, surely the scamp can take him. Good boy. Alright. Put that away. We'll cast you again. Cast you again. And cast you again. Yeah, we'll go around the city this time. Stay on the water. Feels like we're like moving at an angle. Oh, it's because the water's flowing. Ah, that's what's going on here. Yeah. Interesting. I think that's why I look like I'm going at an angle. It would make sense. Look at that view. That is a pretty sunrise. Coming over the mountains while I'm on the water here. That's nice. That is nice. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And once we get the mana, we need to do this. Gonna avoid that shaman there. I'll try to anyway. Oh, only for this guy to come here. Alright, we'll let you play with him. Oh, I had a mana. There you go, alteration up to 61. Nice. Long may it last. I don't think that scamp was able to win. Yeah, we'll get off the water here, which means our alteration won't be going up any longer, but it'll be a little easier to manage our spells now. This is in 78, nice. And stab you. There's our marksman app. How close is it? It's actually pretty close. Getting that to 73 would be nice. Sneak's kind of high too. We might be able to get there if I'm careful. What do I need? This. We're not so much careful, but just mindful of what's around me. If I can sneak up on something, that'd be great. There we go. There we go. Do wonder if I get like a boost to sneak experience when I land that sneak attack. So I don't think I was close enough really to be getting experience, but I don't know. Conjuration 54. Saving grace. These. The problem is I don't think there's going to be a lot of enemies in our path here because, well, we were just here. Literally yesterday morning, pretty much. Early yesterday morning. Athletics up, there we go. Everything's chipping in. We do a little hop. Right, acrobatics up. I suppose we could go cave diving to train as well. I'm a little sad that we haven't really felt the need to like really make any cave my lair.
What is it, citizen?
And I guess we got Deep Scorn. Is that its name? I guess we have that as our lair. But it's I don't know. It's one, it's kind of far to use as an effective layer. And two, I just really don't really feel like there's a whole lot of reason to hoard equipment and gear. Like, we're kind of already at a point where I don't really feel like we need money. Except for, like, repairing stuff and enchanting stuff. Which does get expensive, to be sure. I don't know. I just imagine us having like a true layer that we could live in. But yeah. Deep Scorn is probably as close as we're going to get. It's just unfortunate it's so far out of the way. Very unfortunate. Yeah, if I had leveled something, like trained something besides hand-to-hand, we'd probably be level 20 already. If I found a marksman trainer, it'd be great. We really need to find the master marksman trainer. It's about that time almost. Are these guys still dead? Yeah, they are. Alright, not gonna find any new enemies either. That's a bummer. Alright, well, we got somewhat close. We just jump a few more times. We're gonna get acrobatics. Come on. Just so happy to be home, jumping with excitement.
Who will help an old beggar?
Who indeed will help? Who indeed will help? Suppose that could help. I saw that guy on the little tiny island over there and it was, I don't know. He looked suspicious, like he was watching me. He had his eyes on me. I could feel it. I guess we can do some reading. We could do a reading episode.
So
It could
good
be
to
fun.
see you. Is there anything you need?
Not right now.
Get away from me.
Oh, shut up. Alright, Uchiva. I have done the task.
Well done. Not only did you kill the 5 guests, you acted as an agent of terror and grief. You have earned your reward and bonus, assassin. I lay upon you now the Night Mother's blessing. May she walk with you always and guide your hand as you act in accordance with the 5 tenets.
Damn, we got permanent skill upgrades there. Unfortunately, that didn't count towards our level. I feel like it should have, because now I'm not going to get as much levels in those things. I'm such an ungrateful child of the Night Mother. Marksmanship is so close to that expert, though. What does that do? Yours have a slight chance to paralyze the target on hit? Whoa! That's huge. We should get that. What's expert to this? You're harder to detect in bright settings. Okay. Yeah, this isn't that important. And we want this. Jump across the surface of water. Don't really need it with alteration, but... And obviously all these are just like you unlock the next level of spells. Which is fine. Which is fine. Okay. Alright. Well, don't want to necessarily get another contract yet. I guess let's hit the bookstore.
Brother, if I may have a...
Trying to think. And I guess we could just practice our magic. Level up. If we get to 20, then we can pick a Daedric Shrine to go visit. I don't know. This is the first time I mean, I know I have things to do, right? I'm not near finished with his story. There's kind of in a lull of, like, activity.
Yes.
You know, since he doesn't really explore like the other two do. Except for looking for Daedric Shrines. We could go on a search for the other two. Hermaeus Mora and Boethia. We don't really know where they're at.
Go ahead, please.
What are you training?
Pay attention, and you can learn a lot.
Mercantilism. Okay.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
I don't think I looted anything from the house. Yeah, probably not. Alright, we're looking for books then. I want books. Cleansing the Fane. Modern Heretics. Tamrielic Lore. We can get a lore book. That sounds fun. Let's get that. I thought you had another skill book, but it doesn't look like, unless this is one. Modern Heretics. Sure. I'll get Modern Heretics. And... yes, what else could we get? I guess we just came from Skingrad. Let's read a guide to Skingrad.
A fine bargain for you. A pleasure to serve you.
All right.
You too.
Let's go find a place to sit down and read. I suppose we can keep working on our magic as we walk. Conjuration 55, we're getting there. Where's a good spot to read? A good reading spot. Is there a bench up here? I don't think there is, but for some reason I feel like there might be. No, not on this side. Yeah, we need some good natural light, considering we so rarely get to use natural light. I guess we could just like rest up here on this rock and read a book. Kind of super uncomfortable to read on, to be honest. Maybe under the tree would be better. Yeah, right here's right here by the water. All right, let's read us a book. I would probably want to take my helm off here. We can read in these clothes. Not as fine as my finery, but don't want to sit in the probably damp grass in those anyway. All right. Start with the guide to Skingrad, because it comes first. So this is by Alessia Otis again, right? She seems to have written the entirety of the guide books. In Juliano's All Justice and Wisdom, my name is Alessia Otis, and I'd like to tell you all about Skingrad. Skingrad County is famous for its wines, tomatoes, and cheeses, and the town of Skingrad is one of the cleanest, safest, and most prosperous towns in Cyrodiil. Located in the heart of the Westweald Highlands, Skingrad is the gem of Old Colovia, and a model of the Colovian virtues of independence, hard work, and tough-mindedness. Skingrad has three districts, the Castle, Hightown, and Chapel. A low road runs east-west under the walls and bridges of the upper town. The guilds in Westweald Inn are in the west of Hightown, while many shops and upper-class residences are arranged along a street in the north. The southern half of town includes the chapel at its east end, with Skingrad's other lodgings, the Two Sisters Inn, on a street in the center, with other residences, modest and mean, scattered through the rest of the district. Gates and bridges across the low road to connect Hightown and Chapel in several places. Castle Skingrad is completely separate from the town, standing on a high prominence to the southeast. A road from the town's east gate leads from town to castle. Janus Hassador, Skingrad has ruled Skingrad for many years and is known by reputation to be a powerful wizard. He is a very private man and declined all requests for an interview, and he shamefully neglects his chapel devotions to the Nine. How are the people to learn public virtue if not from the model of their ruler? Nonetheless, he is widely honored and respected by his people, and Skingrad is a model of a well-run, orderly county. Crime, gambling, and public drunkenness are almost unknown, and its wines and cheeses command high prices all over Tamriel. There are 2 inns in Skingrad. One, the Two Sisters Inn, is owned by 2 orcs. I'm pleased to tell you that this inn is clean and well-ordered, and is troubled neither by riot nor public drunkenness. Why would you think it would be? The other inn is run by a pleasant imperial woman. Neither of these proprietors are to be seen in the chapel of Julianos, so I am at a loss to tell you which one you should choose when seeking food or lodgings. However, I am certain where you should go to purchase your sweet rolls, to Salmo the baker in Chapel District. They are delicious. As for where to sample the other tasty treats of Skingrad, its cheeses and tomatoes, I must leave that to your discretion. I am sure you are not interested in Skingrad's wines, for drinking leads to disorderliness, and disorderliness leads to sin. The Mages Guild here is no better than it is in other places, but the Fighters Guild makes a specialty of goblin hunting, which is a great service to travelers in the West Weald, and I was shocked to discover that the town smith openly refers to himself as Agnet the Pickled. Can you imagine being proud of such shameful behavior? Keep the 9 in your heart. Shameful. She's great, actually. Alright, Modern Heretics. Damn, I was hoping this would level me up. Or at least give me a skill. Modern Heretics, a study of Daedra worship in the Empire. Hatteras of Godosfront. Font. Alright, we'll see if this contradicts anything I've said in the past. Probably. Daedra worship is not prohibited by law in Cyrodiil. Primarily, this is a result of the Imperial Charter granted the Mages Guild permitting the summoning of Daedra. Nonetheless, chapel and public opinion is so strongly against Daedra worship that those who practice Daedric rituals do so in secret. However, opinions about Daedra worship differ widely in other provinces. Even in Cyrodiil, traditional opinions have changed greatly over the years, and some communities survive which worship Daedra. Some more traditional Daedra worshippers are motivated by piety and personal conviction. Many modern Daedra worshippers are motivated by lust for arcane power. In particular, questing heroes of all stripes seek after the fabled Daedric artifacts for their potent combat and magical benefits. Who would do such a thing? I personally have discovered one community worshipping the Daedra Lord Azura, Queen of Dawn and Dusk. A researcher curious about Daedra worship might research in several ways, though a study of the literature, through exploration and discovery of ancient Daedric shrines, through questioning local informants, and through questioning worshippers themselves. I used all these means to discover the Shrine of Azura. First, I read books. References like this one may provide a helpful general background concerning Daedric shrines. For example, my researches led me to understand that in Cyrodiil, Daedric shrines are generally represented by statues of Daedra lords, are generally situated in wilderness locations far from settlements, that each shrine generally has associated with it a community of worshippers, often referred to as a coven, or a coven, that shrines have associated with them a particular time, often a day of the week. Really, when a Daedra lord might be solicited. I don't think we've had that problem. That Daedra lords often will not deign to respond unless they regard a petitioner of sufficient prowess or strength of character. That they will only respond if given the proper offering, the secret of which offering often known only to the community of worshippers, and that, in return for the completion of some task or service, the Daedra lords will often undertake to offer an artifact of power to a successful quester. Then I questioned the locals with an intimate knowledge of the wilderness. 2 classes of informants I found especially useful. Well-traveled hunters and adventurers, who might come across shrines in their travels, and scholars of the Mages Guild. In the case of the Shrine of Azura, both sources were profitable. I discovered a Shadenhall hunter who had chanced across a strange epic statue in his travels. The statue was of a woman with outstretched arms. In one hand she held a star, in the other she held a crescent moon. He had shunned the statue out of superstitious fear, but had marked the location in memory. Far north of Shadenhall, northwest of Lake Arius, high in the Gerald Mountains. Then, proceeding to the local Mages Guild with a description of the statue, I was able to confirm from its description the identity of the Daedra Lord worshipped. Having discovered the location of the shrine, I visited it and discovered there the community of worshippers. Because of the strength of opinion against Daedra worship, the worshippers were, at first, reluctant to admit their identity. But once I had won their trust, they were willing to divulge to me the secrets of the times when Azura would hear petitions, from dusk to dawn. From dusk to dawn, I think it's just during the dusk and the dawn. And that the offering required by Azura was glow dust, a substance obtained from the Will-o'-the-Wisp. Oh, this book would have been awesome to read at the first chapter, huh? Assuming I could have read. I am, of course, nothing more than a chapelman and scholar, so it did not lie within my power to find a Will-o'-the-Wisp to obtain glow dust, nor am I certain that Azura would have found me worthy to make such an offering, even had I proffered it. But I was assured that that if I had been able to make such an offering, and it had been accepted, Azura would have given me some sort of quest, which, if completed, might have earned me the reward of Azura's Star, a Daedric artifact of legendary magical powers. I have since heard rumors of the existence in Cyrodiil of several other Daedric shrines of the Daedric lords to which they are dedicated, and the Daedric artifacts that might be won by questing heroes. Hircine the Huntsman, for example, is linked in legend to the Savior's Hide, a powerful enchanted armor. The Warhammer Volendrung is associated with Malakath, Lord of Monsters, and the eponymously named Mesa Molag Bal is also thought to be the object of Daedra worship. Other Daedra lords, their shrines and worshippers remain to be discovered in Cyrodiil by earnest and persistent researchers. Yep, we are 3 away from discovering all of them. Well, I guess 2. We know where Clavicus is. Just haven't done the quest yet. Alright, Tamrielic lore. Whoa! That's a lot of pages. Let me get a sip of water first before we begin. 29 pages? Oh, and it's going to be about different artifacts that aren't Daedric artifacts, it looks like. I recognize these first 2. To be honest, I'll probably recognize most of them. Because I'm amazing like that. Anyway, Tamrielic artifacts. I thought it was supposed to be lore. I guess this is part of lore. The following are notes I have gathered over the past centuries of items of unimaginable significance. All have been seen, owned, and lost again and again throughout Tamriel. Some may be myth, others may be hoax, but regardless, many have lost their lives attempting to find or protect these very coveted items. The Lord's Mail, sometimes called the Armor of Morahas, or the Gift of Kinnereth. This is an ancient cuirass of unsurpassable quality. It grants the wearer's power to absorb health, resist the effects of spells, and cure oneself of poison when used. It is said that whenever Kinnereth deigns the wearer unworthy, the Lord's Mail will be taken away and hidden for the next chosen one. The Ebony Mail. The Ebony Mail is a breastplate created before recorded history by the dark elven goddess Boethia. See, that's interesting. That the Boethia is called the dark elven goddess. She's a Daedric prince. Or he's a Daedric prince. They're a Daedric lord. Yeah. So before the tribunal, I'll just go into this a bit. Before the tribunal, so Amalexia, that goddess that Inaris worshipped. Tribunal had 3 gods, and that's who the Dark Elves worshipped. Before the tribunal, though, they worshipped the 3 good Daedric princes. So Azura, Boethia, and Meridia, I think. I think it was Meridia. So that's what that's referring to here. Alright. Created before recorded history by the dark elven goddess Boethia. So it's also a Daedric artifact. I wonder, maybe that's what we get from Boethia. It is she who determines who would possess the Ebony Mail and for how long a time. If judged worthy, its power grants the wearer added resistance to fire, magicka, and grants a magical shield. It is Boethia alone who determines when a person is ineligible to bear the ebony mail any longer, and the goddess can be very capricious. Spellbreaker, which we have that one, right? Spellbreaker, superficially a Dwemer tower shield, is one of the most ancient relics of Tamriel. Aside from its historical importance in the Battle of Rorken Shalador, the Spellbreaker protects its wielder almost completely from any spellcaster, either by reflecting magics or silencing any mage about to cast a spell. It is said that Spellbreaker still searches for its original owner, and will not remain the property of anyone else for long. For most, possessing Spellbreaker for any length of time is power enough. We have Chrysamere, which is a really cool blade. The Paladin's Blade is an ancient claymore with offensive capabilities surpassed only by its own defenses. It lends the wielder health, protects him or her from fire, and reflects any spell cast against the wielder back to the caster. Seldom has Chrysamere been wielded by any bladesman for any length of time, for it chooses not to favor one champion. The Staff of Magnus. The Staff of Magnus, one of the elder artifacts of Tamriel, was a metaphysical battery of sorts for its creator, Magnus. When used, it absorbs an enemy's health and mystical energy. In time, the staff will abandon the mage who wields it before he becomes too powerful and upsets the mystical balance it is sworn to protect. Warlock's Ring. The Warlock's Ring of the Archmage Sarabane is one of the most popular relics of myth and fable. In Tamriel's ancient history, Sarabane saved all of the continent by judicious use of his ring, and ever since, it has helped adventurers with less lofty goals. It is best known for its ability to reflect spells cast at its wearer and to improve his or her speed and to restore health. No adventurer can wear the Warlock's Ring for long, for it is said that the ring is Sarabane's alone to command. Yeah, that's gonna be... You've already noticed it, but that's a popular thing, right? All of these artifacts cannot stay with anybody for too long. The Ring of Finaster. The Ring of Finaster was made hundreds of years ago by a man who needed good defenses to survive his adventurous life. Thanks to the ring, Finaster lived for hundreds of years, and since then it has passed from person to person. The ring improves its wearer's overall resistance to poison, magicka, and shock. Still, Finaster was cunning and cursed the ring so that it eventually disappears from its holder's possession and returns to another resting place, discontent to stay anywhere but with Finaster himself. The Ring of Khajiit, which is what we have. The Ring of the Khajiit is an ancient relic hundreds of years older than Rajin, the thief that made the ring famous. It was Rajin who used the ring's powers to make himself invisible and as quick as the breath of wind. Using the ring, he became the most successful burglar in Elsewhere's history. Rajin's eventual fate is a mystery, but according to legend, the ring rebelled against such constant use and disappeared, leaving Rajin helpless before his enemies. That sucks. The Mace of Molag Bal, also known as the Vampire's Mace. See, there's sort of confirmation that Molag Bal is the creator of vampires. The Mace of Molag Bal drains its victims of magicka and gives it to the bearer. It also has the ability to transfer an enemy's strength to its wielder. Molag Bal has been quite free with his artifact. There are many legends about the mace. It seems to be a favorite for vanquishing wizards. The Mask of Clavicus Vile. Ever the vain one, Clavicus Vile made a mask suited to his own personality. The bearer of the mask is more likely to get a positive response from the people of Tamriel. The higher his personality, the larger the bonus. Ooh. The best-known story of the mask tells the tale of Avalia, a noblewoman of some renown. As a young girl, she was grossly disfigured by a spiteful servant. Avalia made a dark deal with Clavicus Vile and received the mask in return. Though the mask did not change her looks, suddenly she had the respect and admiration of everyone. A year and a day after her marriage to a well-connected baron, Clavicus Vile reclaimed the mask. Although pregnant with his child, Avalia was banished from the baron's household. 21 years and 1 day later, Avalia's daughter claimed her vengeance by slaying the baron. Damn. I wonder what the 21 years and 1 day later signifies. Mehrunes' Razor. The Dark Brotherhood has coveted this ebony dagger for generations. This mystical artifact is capable of slaying any creature instantly. History does not record any bearer of Mehrunes' Razor. However, the Dark Brotherhood was once decimated by a vicious internal power struggle. It is suspected that the Razor was involved. Interesting. Cuirass of the Savior's Hide. Another of Hircine's artifacts was the Cuirass of the Savior's Hide. The cuirass has the special ability to resist magicka. Legend has it that Hircine rewarded his peeled hide to the first and only mortal to have ever escaped his hunting grounds. This unknown mortal had the hide tailored into the magical cuirass for his future adventures. The Savior's Hide has a tendency to travel from hero to hero as though it has a mind of its own. The Spear of Bitter Mercy. One of the more mysterious artifacts is the Spear of Bitter Mercy. Little to nothing is known about the spear. There are no recorded histories, but many believe it to be of Daedric origin. The only known legend about it is its use by a mighty hero during the fall of the Battle Spire. The hero was aided by the spear in the defeat of Mehrunes Dagon and the recapturing of the Battle Spire. Since that time, the Spear of Bitter Mercy has made few appearances within Tamriel. Daedric Scourge is a mighty mace forged from sacred ebony in the fires of Fickledire, the legendary weapon of Makan. Yeah. It was once a fierce weapon used to send spirits of black back into Oblivion. The weapon has the ability to summon creatures from Oblivion, once a tool used against the Daedric lords in the Battle Spire. It now roams the land with adventurers. Isn't that nice? Yeah, Battle Spire is probably it's one of the few Elder Scrolls based games I haven't played before. And I don't think we will, but who knows, maybe one day. Bow of Shadows. Legend has it that the Bow of Shadows was forged by the Daedra Nocturnal. The legendary ranger, Rerlas Guile, was granted the bow for a secret mission that failed, and the bow was lost. Rerlas did not go down without a hearty fight, and is said to have, with the aid of the bow, taken scores of his foes with him. The bow grants the user the ability of invisibility and increased speed. Damn, we need that. Hell yeah, that sounds amazing. Many sightings of the Bow of Shadows have been reported, and it is even said that the sinister dark elf assassin of the Second Era, Dram, once wielded this bow. The Fists of Randagulf. Randagulf of Clan Begalin goes down in Tamrielic history as one of the mightiest warriors from Skyrim. He was known for his courage and ferocity in battle, and was a factor in many battles. And he finally met his fate when King Harold conquered Skyrim. King Harold respected this great hero and took Randagulf's gauntlets for his own. After King Harold died, the gauntlets disappeared. The king claimed that the fists granted the bearer added strength. Ice Blade of the Monarch is truly one of Tamriel's most prized artifacts. It's a good one. Legend has it that the evil archmage Almion Selmo enchanted the claymore of a great warrior with the soul of a frost monarch, a stronger form of the more common frost Atronach. The warrior, Thargnar Asi, was to play a part in the assassination of a great king in a far-off land, and become the new leader. The assassination failed, and the Archmage was imprisoned. The Ice Blade freezes all who feel its blade. The blade circulates from owner to owner, never settling in one place for long. The Ring of Surroundings. Little is known of this prize, but it is said that it lends the wearer the ability to blend in with their surroundings. Boots of the Apostle. The Boots of the Apostle are a true mystery. The wearer of the boots is rumored to be able to levitate, though nobody has ever seen them used. Ah, yes. Good old levitation magic that vanished from the world with this game. The Mentor's Ring. This ring is a prized possession for any apprentice to magic. It lends the wearer the ability to increase their intelligence and wisdom, thus making their use of magic more efficient. The High Wizard Carni Asran is said to be the creator of the ring. It was a construct for his young apprentices while studying under his guidance. After Asrun's death, the ring and several other possessions vanished and have been circulated throughout Tamriel. Ring of the Wind. No facts are known about this ring, but the title and the few rumors lend one to think it grants the wearer added speed. Vampiric Ring. One of the more deadly and rare artifacts in Tamriel is the Vampiric Ring. It is said that the ring has the power to steal its victim's health and grant it to the wearer. The exact nature and origin of the ring is wholly unknown, but many elders speak of its evil creation in Morrowind long ago by a cult of vampire followers. The Vampiric Ring is an extremely rare artifact and is only seen every few hundred cycles of the moon. Elidon's Ward. Elidon was a holy knight of legend in Breton history. He was a sought-after man for his courage and determination to set all wrongs right. In one story, it is said that he rescued a baron's daughter from sure death at the hands of an evil warlord. For his reward, the baron spent all of his riches to have an enchanted shield built for Eidolon. Is it Eidolon? Yeah, it's Eladon. Eladon. I don't know. The shield granted Eladon the opportunity to heal his wounds. Staff of Hasadoki. Hasadoki was said to have been a very competitive wizard. He wandered the lands in search for a wizard who was greater than he. To the best of all knowledge, he never found a wizard who could meet up to his challenge. It is said that he felt so lonely and isolated because so many feared his power that he bonded his life force into his very own staff, where his soul remains to this very day. Magic users all over Tamriel have been searching for this magical staff, granting its wielder a protection of magicka. It is a sure prize for any magic user. The Bloodworm Helm. The King of Worms was said to have left behind one of his prized possessions, the Bloodworm Helm. The helm is a construct of magically formed bones. The helm allows the user to summon skeletons and control the undead. It would be a prized artifact to a necromancer. The Dragonbone Mail. This cuirass is one of the greatest artifacts any collector or hero could own. It is constructed of real dragon bone. It was enchanted by the first Imperial battle mage, Zurin Arctus, in the early years of the Third Era. It is a truly exquisite piece of work, and many have sought to possess it. The properties of the cuirass allow the wearer to resist fire and to damage an enemy with a blast of fire. Little is known about the involvement of Zurin Arctus with the enchantment of the cuirass, but an old tale speaks of a debt that he owed to a traveling warrior. Like the warrior, Dragonbone Mail never stays put for long. Skull Crusher is an amazingly large and powerful weapon. The Warhammer was created in a fire magically fueled by the wizard Dorak Gusel, and was forged by the great weaponsmith Helbengard Rolamus. The steel is magically hardened, and the weight of the weapon is amazingly light, which makes for more powerful swings and deadly blows. The Warhammer was to be put on display for a festival, but thieves got it first. The Skullcrusher still travels Tamriel in search of its creators. Goldbrand. This magical sword is almost a complete mystery. Thieves tell tales about its golden make and how it was actually forged by ancient dragons of the north. Their tales claim that it was given to a great knight who was sworn to protect the dragons. The sword lends its wielder the ability to do fire damage on an enemy. Goldbrand has not been cited in recent history and is said to be awaiting a worthy hero. Goldbrand's badass. Fang of Henektunamet. Blackmarsh was once known to be inhabited with what the Argonians called the Wamasis. Northern men considered them to be intelligent dragons with lightning for blood. One such mighty beast, Henektunamet, was slain by the northern men, though it took 7 days and nights, and a score of men. One of the surviving men took a fang home as a trophy. The fang was carved down into a blade and fashioned into a small dagger. The dagger mysteriously houses some of the beast's magical properties. It grants the user the ability to do shock damage on an opponent. This unique dagger is seen occasionally by traveling heroes. Umbra Sword. The Umbra Sword was enchanted by the ancient witch Nainra Ware, and its sole purpose was the entrapment of souls. Used in conjunction with a soul gem, the sword allows the wielder the opportunity to imprison an enemy's soul in the gem. Nainra was executed for her evil creation, but not before she was able to hide the sword. The Umbra Sword is very choosy when it comes to its owner, and therefore remains hidden until a worthy one is found. Yeah. I think it was the Nars who ran into Umbra, right? The person Umbra. They're the ones that have the Umbra Sword at the moment. Alright, we got Dinstagmer's Ring. All that is known of the ring is that it may grant the user protection from certain elements. Even the name Dinstagmer is a mystery. The Helm of Orin Bearclaw. One of Valenwood's legendary heroes is Orin Bearclaw, son of King Faum Todai. He was a respected clan hunter and a future leader. Wood Elven legend claims Orin single-handedly defeated Glenwifanva, the witch serpent of the Elven Wood, forever bringing peace to his clan. Orin would go on to accomplish numerous other deeds, eventually losing his life to Knotten flu. Oh, the Knotten flu. Okay, that's a disease, right. His helm stood as a monument of his stature for future generations to remember. The helm was lost eventually, as the clan split, and is now a treasured artifact for adventurers. The helm of Orin Bearclaw is rumored to improve the wearer's agility and endurance. Almost there, man. I guess we really improved our reading, huh? As Varnus. I'm gonna say that reading these 3 books probably took him several days. I still don't want him to be completely literate yet. Maybe by the next chapter he will be, but the Daedric Crescent Blade, probably the most rare and even outlawed item of all the great wizards, or all the great prizes, is the Daedric Crescent Blade. The blade was used by Mehrunes Dagon's Daedric forces in the capture of the Imperial Battle Spire. These extremely unique blades were gathered up and destroyed after the Battle Spire was recaptured by the Empire. All but one, it seems. Though the Empire believes them all to be destroyed, it is rumored that one still remains in existence, somewhere in Tamriel, though none have ever seen it. The blade lends its wielder the ability to do great damage on an enemy and allow him to paralyze and put heavy wear on his enemy's armor. Quite the prize for any mighty warrior, if it does indeed exist. Alright. That's some good reading. The dogs are barking like crazy. Now, unfortunately, none of those were skill books. Come on, let's get our acrobatics up here. Come on, jump. I can't even jump on this rock. Don't desecrate the graves of the fallen. Including our elf friend who died. Who I got the name of. I'm gonna get my damn... There we go. Whew. Acrobatics is up. Go ahead and... Come on. I really wanted that level 20. Oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and get... It's gonna be a short episode, guys. Unfortunately, it worked out that we didn't have much to do in this chapter. That I wanted to... Okay, I need to rephrase that. We didn't have much that I wanted to do in this chapter. We have plenty to do. There's not anything I wanted to do right now. Where's Ochiva? We'll get our next contract.
So good to
and then
see
we'll
you.
end the chapter. And hopefully doing this contract will get us to level 20, and then we'll be able to do all the shrines and all that in the next chapter. So the next chapter we'll have plenty to do if we can hit level 20. Hey Uchiva.
Greetings once more, assassin. When you're ready, I have a most important contract, one that has been sanctioned by the Black Hand itself.
The Black Hand itself? That's the leadership, the head honchos. What's the contract?
Do you recall the name Adamus Philida?
I spit on
The
it.
Imperial Legion best?
Yeah.
It's time he joined Sithis in the Void. Think you're up to the task?
Oh, bye, Sithis. Yes, I am. It would be an honor to accept. Oh, we get to kill a captain of the Legion. Ah. I'm so happy right now. I accept.
Adamus Philida has spent his entire career investigating the Dark Brotherhood, interrupting our contracts, killing our family members.
That monster.
We tried to eliminate Philida, of course, but failed on 3 separate occasions. He's a powerful man and was surrounded by powerful associates. Now the Legion Pig's years of service have come to an end. He has retired.
Yeah.
Philida must not be allowed such a victory. His destiny is darker. Philida now resides in Leowin, in the City Watch Barracks, an honored guest of the soldiers there. He is in fact more vulnerable than ever.
I'll slay him like the pig he is.
Yes, yes. The Black Hand has sanctioned the Rose of Sithis. It is an enchanted arrow that will kill Philida instantly.
Ooh.
As long as the arrow hits Philida, he will die. But it cannot pierce armor. Shoot while Philida is armored, and the rose will be wasted. Travel to Leowin, track Philida, learn his schedule. Observe when he removes that blasted Legion armor, and then let fly the Rose of Sithis. Kill Philida in any way, rose or not, and the contract is complete. But to receive a bonus, you must go beyond murder. You must send a message. Once Philida is dead, sever his finger, the one that bears an Imperial Legion signet ring. Deposit this finger in the desk of Philida's successor, in his office in the prison barracks, in the Imperial City. Do this, and the bonus is yours.
It will be done, Ochiva. That Imperial pig. Any advice?
Adamus Philida will find no rest in retirement. No. His soul will endure a kind of eternal suffering known only to those who have angered Sithis.
Nobody angers our dark father. Oh my god.
Go now
Our
to
father.
your family member
That
and
is
may
dark.
the Night Mother wrap you in her cold, loving embrace.
Oh, that's embarrassing. She probably thinks I'm an idiot now. Hey, Gogrin.
I know what you're thinking.
Any advice for this contract?
Don't get me wrong. That magic arrow sounds nice and all, but it seems to me like you don't even need to use it to get the bonus. As long as you cut off his finger and leave it in that desk, you'll get your bonus. Sounds to me like you can kill the Osad any way you'd like. So what if he's wearing armor? You think that Imperial Legion scrap can stop a well-forged claymore? Not bloody likely.
Gogrin, you know that I can't
Happy hunting,
use
my
those
brother.
big weapons. We've been training for months now. I guess I could try and beat him up with my fists, but I still don't feel super confident with my fists, comparatively, to my bow. Hey, Anne, hey.
Yes, dearest brother? Is there something I can help you with?
Yes. Any advice?
Oh, you're being sent to kill Philida? I hope the Rose of Sithis pierces his heart and sends his soul screaming into the void. Good luck, brother. I hope you don't get killed.
Hey, Bill.
I mean,
Pierce his heart, that is.
you know.
The Rose of Sithis will not miss.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Hey, Tenaba. What do you think?
The rose will only work if Philida is unarmored. So when would a soldier not wear his armor? I only take my armor off to sleep or swim. May you walk always in the shadow of Sithis, dear brother.
We are experts at killing people while they sleep. That's true.
You again? I thought I'd made
Still no love for me, huh?
foul-smelling ape.
One day. Hey,
I hope I can help.
any advice for this contract?
Philida may be retired, but he'll likely have a bodyguard. Probably a member of the Leowin City Watch. You may have to dispose of him as well. Spill some blood for me, dear brother.
I will, dear brother. Alright. Well, I guess we'll be headed down to Leowin. I can hide out in Deepscorn Hollow if needs be. Plan from there. Philidus must die, and he shall. That's his name, right? Philida. Not Philidus. Oh, Philida must die. Ugh. I get to kill a legionnaire. Ah, this is great. Thank you, Black Hand. Thank you, Sithis. Thank you, Mother. Alright. The Rose of Sithis. Where is it? Look at it. Look at it. It is beautiful. Soon it will be covered in his blood. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.